Okay, good morning, dear students. So today we'll be starting the last chapter of DFS 6, unit number 11, that is ropes and knots. The last class we have completed unit number 10, which was small gears and equipments used by firefighters, hand tools and power tools, which are generally used in industries as well as by firefighters. I hope you have gone through that chapter and clarified your doubts. There is a general based chapter. And with this chapter, we'll be completing this book DFS 6. So those who want to write your online exams and all on this subject can contact your faculties. And a Friday, we will do a revision on this book DFS 6. I hope you're all safe and sound, keeping good health. So this chapter is basically a practical based chapter where you learn to tie various knots with ropes. So in your practical training, one day you will have a training by learning to tie various knots and hitches by using ropes and lines. So here we are going to basically discuss about the various types of ropes and lines used and names of some of the bends, hitches and knots you can say, and what purpose, which type of knot is used. Because as far as fire and rescue is concerned, they use a lot of ropes for various purposes while rescuing, while carrying equipments, etc. So ropes and lines are an important thing as far as a firefighter is concerned. Like we have learned about various special gears used by firefighters like fireman axe, the ceiling hook, etc. Likewise, ropes are also a important gear which a fireman uses. So in this chapter, we'll be basically learning about the various types of ropes, sorry. Recognize the different parts of a rope. Explain the causes of damage to ropes. Sorry. And various knots and hitches which are used with these ropes while working. So first we will learn about the different types of ropes in use. Ropes can be classified into three categories. You can say one is your natural type of ropes made from natural materials like here in Kerala we have got coir ropes. Then there are other cotton ropes, then Manila ropes, Italian hench, etc. These are made from fibers obtained from plants. These are called natural ropes. Then apart from natural ropes, we have synthetic ropes made of polythene materials. Then steel wire ropes are there, especially in mechanical handling, etc. We use steel wire ropes. In your DFS 3, there's a chapter called lifting gears. There you will be learning about mainly about this steel wire ropes, checks on them, etc. So the ropes can be classified as natural ropes, synthetic ropes, and steel wire ropes. So first we will discuss about the natural ropes which are there. The natural ropes, as I said, it's made from plants in the nature. See some of these ropes explained here now. Italian hemp is a rope used internationally, made from a hemp plant. The name of the plant is hemp. From the fibers obtained from the stalk of the hemp plant, the Italian hemp rope is made. It is quite soft but strong. So that is one of the type of natural rope, which is an Italian hemp made from the stalk of a hemp plant. The name of the plant is hemp. Stalk is the center part of that plant. And the fibers obtained from that is made into rope. And this rope is very soft and strong. Another rope, natural rope, is Manila rope. You know, Manila is a place capital of Philippines. So this rope is generally made in Philippines, made from a plant called abaca, and from the leaf stalk of that abaca plant, fibers are obtained, and these fibers are used to make Manila ropes. The rope is given the name of the place Manila, since it is generally made in Philippines, the capital of, and Manila is the capital of Philippines. And the advantage of Manila ropes is it has got high tensile strength, and the disadvantage is it reduces the strength approximately 50% when wet humidity affects these type of ropes. Now the third natural rope explained there is sisal, made from the fibers obtained from agave plant. There is another plant, agave plant. From the leaves of this agave plant, you can get fibers, and these fibers are used to make sisal ropes, which has got approximately 25% less tensile strength than Manila ropes of similar diameter. So we have Italian hemp made from hemp plant, Manila rope made from the leaf stalk of abaca plant, sisal ropes made from the leaves of agave plant. And the last natural rope explained there is coir, which is generally found in India, and especially in South India we have, and this is made from the husk of a coconut tree. These are very weak, floats on water because they are lighter compared to the other ropes. So these are the various types of natural ropes which are used. You can see the photographs shown the textbooks. And one more is there, sorry, cotton ropes are also there, made from cotton obtained from plants. See cotton seeds, you get cotton fibers. These fibers are made into ropes, and these are called cotton ropes. It has got much lower tensile strength compared to Manila ropes and Italian hemp, etc. So these are the various types of natural ropes which are used by firemen as well as for various other purposes. So Next is your synthetic rope made from polypropylene, nylon, polyester, etc. The advantage of synthetic rope is that natural ropes have got a tendency to decay or damage when it is wet, whereas synthetic rope does not damage in wet condition. It has got a rot resistance. Rot resistance means it does not get rotten like the natural ropes. They are resistant to physical damage from abrasion. Abrasion means while rubbing these ropes on the ground, etc. Natural ropes damages easily, but physical synthetic ropes has got little more resistance to damage due to abrasion and high tensile strength compared to natural ropes. Now, the main disadvantage of these ropes is they are not heat resistant. Heat, when subjected to heat, these synthetic ropes damages easily. Now, steel wire ropes are mainly used in lifting gears, very seldom used to make knots or hitches or tie, etc., because they are not flexible like the other type of ropes. They are stronger but not flexible enough like your synthetic and natural ropes. These are widely used in mechanical handling, steel wire ropes. As I said, when you learn about the lifting gears like slings, etc., you will come across these steel wire ropes, checks carried out on steel wire ropes, etc. So these are the types of ropes used. The natural ropes like Italian hemp, Manila ropes, sisal, coir, and cotton ropes made from various plants in the nature. Now, man-made synthetic ropes made from nylon, polypropylene, etc. And lastly, your steel wire ropes. Now, how the ropes are manufactured? See, there are various three types of ropes explained here. One is your twisted or laid ropes, braided ropes, and braid on braid ropes. The normal rope which we use is a twisted rope or a laid rope, where the yarns or the small fibers are twisted to form strands, and these strands are again twisted to form ropes. So the first you have your yarn or fibers of the rope, and number of yarns are twisted to form a strand, and three or four strands are twisted again to form a rope. So fiber ropes or your laid or twisted ropes are exposed to damages like abrasion. Abrasion means while rubbing, because the strands has got a chance to get rubbed against the surface. Abrasion damage, chemicals, when ropes are used, if they are come in contact with various chemicals, it can also damage these ropes. But these ropes are very easy to inspect because you get a view of all the strands easily, unlike your braid on braid and etc., where covers may be there around the ropes. So to inspect those ropes, you may have to remove or cut those covers. So visual inspection in a laid or twisted rope is easier compared to other ropes. Now, the second method of rope is a rope where there is no twisting. Yarns are straight and tied together to form a rope. Here also physical damage can be there because yarns get exposed to sunlight, exposed to abrasion, all that. Now the third type, braid on braid, means the braided rope is covered by a cover, which is also a braided rope. So the inner core is protected from damage. So braid on braid. And last is kern mantle. Anyway, there are four types. Kern mantle is here. Kern is the core of the rope. You can see the photograph, or not the photograph, a picture shown of a kern mantle rope. See, a lot of ropes are there inside, which is a kern, and mantle is the outer cover of the kern mantle rope. So 75% of the strength is taken by the kern, which is the core of the rope, and 25% of the strength is taken by the mantle, which is the cover of the rope or the protection cover of the rope. So there are the various types of ropes, that is various methods of making rope. We have learned about the various types of ropes initially. Now these ropes can be either twisted or laid ropes. It can be braided ropes or braid on braided ropes or kern mantle ropes, depending upon the type of construction of these ropes. Now the next point explained there is what can be the causes which can cause damage to ropes. One is abrasion and chafing. What is abrasion? Means when ropes are used, it gets rubbed to various surfaces, floor, equipments, etc. Now this rubbing when moving ropes cause abrasion, and it may cut the yarns or fibers. Chafing is when ropes are made to rub against or surfaces, or when two ropes are made to rough or press together, it causes chafing damage. Then breakage of internal fibers. The ropes are made of fibers made into strands. Now the strands consist of these fibers. These fibers can break. Kinking is, especially this kinking happens in steel wire ropes. Even in synthetic ropes, you may find kinking. That is kinks. See, you must have seen in ECG. When you take your ECG printout, you can see various kinks on that graph. Likewise, ropes form a kink when they are bent, etc. So this kinking causes cut of the strands. Dragging on the ground, another reason for damage of hoses. Entry of grits. Grits means small dust particles, etc. gets into the fibers or gets into the hose, which can also damage the hoses. Then, as I said, when it comes in contact with various chemicals, exposed to chemicals such as acids, alkalis, etc., especially for making compounds, etc., which has various chemicals. If it gets damaged with the hoses, it can, with the ropes, it can damage those ropes. Another damage is when natural ropes, if they are put in water, what happens? It gets damaged. Even steel wire ropes has got a chance of corrosion when wet. Another cause is excessive heat and sunlight, especially in synthetic ropes. When subjected to heat and put on sunlight, it can damage those synthetic ropes. Even natural ropes also can damage in excessive heat and sunlight. So these are the various causes of damage to hoses. That is abrasion, chafing, breaking of fibers internally, kinking or sudden bends, dragging on the ground, mud getting into the ropes, contact with chemicals like acids, alkalis, etc. Exposure to excessive heat, which are the common causes of damage to the ropes. So to prevent these damage, make sure keep the rope in a dry place. When not in use, while storing them, keep them firmly. Now third is SWL. SWL is safe working load, which you'll be learning in your DFS3 while handling mechanical handling cranes, etc. See, each rope has got a safe working load, the load which it can lift safely. Now, especially on steel wire ropes used in lifting gears, they have a plate mentioning what is the SWL, WLL, etc. So if the rope is subjected to a load more than the SWL, it may break. So make sure excessive load is not coming on the ropes. Don't use the correct type of use rope for each purpose. So if you keep these points in mind, the rope can be protected from these damages. That is keeping them or storing them properly. Make sure that the rope is dry always and put in a dry place. SWL is not exceeded while using these loads. That is the safe working load limit of the rope should not be exceeded. And as far as steel wire ropes are concerned, kinks, as I said earlier, sharp bends on the ropes. Okay. So this should not be there. Once a kink is formed, it cannot be removed on a steel wire rope. It will be very difficult to remove a kink on a steel wire rope. And the strength is permanently reduced due to those kinks. Inspection and testing. Ropes are inspected once in a month, and especially after every use, the ropes should be inspected. We can inspect them visually. Even steel wire ropes, etc., are inspected for the diameter by using various measuring instruments like vernier calipers or micrometer, etc. So visual inspection or a mechanical inspection using various measuring instruments. It should be inspected at least once a month, and after every use, the ropes should be inspected for damage. So this is as far as the ropes are concerned. That is the various types of ropes. What can be the causes of damage to these ropes? Various methods of manufacturing ropes. And now next point is the various knots, hitches, bends, etc. made by using these ropes. See, while using the ropes, what we do, we tie it, make different knots. So this is what you're going to learn practically to tie these ropes. So we'll see what are the various types of knots, bends, hitches, etc. Bends, hitches, and knots are used to fasten these ropes. That is to tie these ropes on equipments, between ropes for making lifting eyes, etc. Now, make sure while making bends, hitches, knots, etc., they hold it under the strain and it can be easily removed when not required. That is one of the important thing which we'll have to make sure while making knots, hitches, bends, etc. by the ropes. So one is bent. What is bent? Bend is actually to fasten or tie a rope to an object. We use a bent. Now, bite of a rope is the loose end of the rope. Hitch is a simple fastening. Now you will learn about claw hitch, etc., which is an hitch used to tie a rope to a stationary object. Running part of a rope is the moving part of a rope line or a rope. Running end is the free end of the rope. Seizing a rope means binding together two or more rope is called seizing. Standing part is the fixed part of a rope, and whipping is a small tying done on the end of the hose so that the hose does not get unlaid, strands get not get loose. So to prevent the strands loosening from a rope, both the ends are whipped. So these are the various types of hitches or terms used while learning various knots. See, the various hitches and knots are explained there: reef knot, figure of eight, claw hitch, timber hitch, rolling hitch, round turn, half round turn, sheet band, ball line. These are the various ways of making knots with these ropes. The reef knot, as explained there, is mainly used to unite or join two length of equal sizes of same type of hose. To tie them, we use a reef knot. And with the picture shown in the book, it may not be easy for you to learn how to tie that knot. You'll be taught there in the practical round how to tie a reef knot. Another knot explained there is figure of eight. The knot looks like an eight. That is why it is called figure of eight. Where to make I in the sense, suppose you want to hook something on a rope, you like to make a I or a block where it can be hooked. So to make that hook, we use this figure of eight. Another hitch is a claw hitch, where when you want to tie the rope on a stationary iron rod or something like that, we use a claw hitch. Claw hitch on bride, that is when you want to lift a pole or a rod, claw hitch on bite is used. Timber hitch to lift timber, wood piece, etc. Rolling hitch, from one side you want to pull a timber rod, we use rolling hitch. Rolling with half hitches. These are the various types of knots. Another one is ball line, which can be used in rescue purposes to tie a rope around the waist of a person. If you tie it tight, he will die. So make a ball line so that it is loose enough around the waist. lifeline used in when we learned about breathing apparatus. I think breathing apparatus we learned about lifeline by communicating with lifeline by using two pull, one pull, etc. So in those, the man who goes inside the confined space is tied with a lifeline, and the knot used to tie that lifeline is bowline. So these are various types of knots and hitches, etc., which practically you will be taught to tie in the practical ground. And we'll come again to the last part of that chapter, which is 11.8, causes of damage to lines or ropes. As I said earlier, abrasion is the main cause. While pulling the hoses against surfaces, sharp edges, etc., abrasion damage can be caused on the hoses. Cuts, internal strands, yarns, etc., get cut. Overloading. As we said, SWL is an important factor while using ropes. The natural ropes, etc., may not be have a written SWLF, but you should know what will be the approximate capacity of load which can be taken by that rope. So overloading should not be there. Heat, another cause of damage. Excessive heat can damage especially synthetic ropes. Putting the ropes on prolonged sunlight, etc., for prolonged period. So in those cases, you go for steel wire ropes. Chemical attack. Ropes should not be allowed to come in contact with chemicals, oil, etc. Mildew is a fungus formation when natural ropes, when they are kept in wet condition, there is a mildew formation. And if they are not properly dried, mildew damage can be caused to natural ropes. You have learned about mildew while stowing and storing hoses. Same way, ropes also has to be properly dried. So this is as far as this chapter is concerned, very simple chapter. Here we all basically learned the types of ropes and how a rope is made. As far as learning about knots, hitches, bends, etc., practically you'll have to tie these ropes and learn. Okay, with this, we are finishing this chapter as well as this book, which is your basic fire science book, where we learned the basics of fire, like what is fire, fire extinguishing medias, classification of fire, various first stage firefighting equipments like portable fire extinguishers, equipments used like hoses, pumps. Then we learned in detail about the media called foam. Apart from that, other equipments used by firemen like breathing apparatus, fire protective clothing. Now we have learned about ropes, small gears. So this is basically a preliminary chapter as far as fire engineering is concerned. So Friday we will have a revision of the whole book. That is in the next class. We will have a revision of the whole book. So if there are any doubts, particularly you can type them through your live chat on Friday or clarify with your faculties. So after the revision, we'll shift on to the next subject. So thank you very much and have a good day.